how's it going? I'm Pastor Terry. I am the pastor of First Baptist Church of Plano, Illinois. Isn't that a thing to behold? Well, it's Thursday and you are here with Through the Week. Yes, we're celebrating our last day of Through the Week for the week. We've been going through the book of Romans in the 15th chapter, and it's been pretty good. And basically, what Paul's talking about is unity, unity in within diversity, and he's talking about how to get along and such. You know, the whole book of Romans is one fantastic theological treatise, and but because it's so complex, oftentimes the the simple idea of accepting one another, which is quite possibly the theme of this book, is often overlooked. Now, I get that idea about the theme for the book from a buddy of mine, James E. Allman. He believes that 15:7, the verse that we're going to take a look at today, is actually the theme of the book of Romans. Uh, I want to congratulate Jim for a wonderful, wonderful career. He has been an influential, to say the least, professor of the Bible, a wonderful, faithful Christian, a husband that is exemplary, father and grandfather. I'm not sure whether he's a great grandfather yet. However, I want to congratulate him for a wonderful career because this is his last semester teaching at Dallas Seminary. And a better guy you could never meet. So let's continue forward. Getting on to what we were just talking about, that the book of Romans quite possibly is the theme of Romans is verse 7 of chapter 15, which goes like this. Romans 15:7 says, "Accept one another, then, just as Christ accepted you in order to bring praise to God." Bringing praise to God. That's the goal of our lives, isn't it? But is Paul talking to everyone? I'm not so sure about that. I think that Paul is talking to those who are there at the Roman church, and he's talking to any Christian that will read this letter. I think that the idea of accepting one another is a challenge that the church has had to face ever since. Accepting one another means accepting people who are, well, unlovable, smell bad, have funky teeth, or maybe they're just people who don't have the same kind of filters that you're used to. Their jokes are a little coarse, or they're a little coarse in that they just blurt out truthfulness in such a way that it's most often offensive, even though it is the truth. Just because something's true doesn't mean it's not harmful. So, there are those that we have to work at to accept. There are those that we have to begin to accept before we accept them. We have to put our mind and it intentionally move toward that individual so that they can know they can be themselves and be loved. Because that's what Jesus does for us, isn't it? We can be ourselves and still be loved. Yet, yet, those ugly things about ourselves are transformed through sanctification, aren't they? We are continually becoming a child of God. We are continually becoming that brother or sister of Jesus Christ. We are continually becoming holy. And part of that continually becoming is accepting one another. Once you begin this wonderful journey, accepting Jesus and following him, you begin to understand who you are. And as you understand who you are, you begin to have sympathy for others. Nobody is going to be just like you. And if you surround yourself with people who are just like you live in a quite shallow world. I want to tell you, it'll be boring. Because the truth is, if you're just with yourself all the time, you're boring. You're going to be bored. You will. You're going to be bored. And so it is with hanging out with people who are just like you. You can have similar traits, sure. Like mindedness, sure. Not a problem at all. However, if that like mindedness or that, that similarity of thought excludes others and causes you to look down or look sideways at someone, that's not helpful to anybody. You or them brings shame on you, guilt on you, and shame on that other person. That's no way to live. So, accept one another, just as Jesus accepted you. And as you do this, as you accept other people, you know, the ones that have a wart on their nose right here, and it's about this long, or that has that kind of pointy chin that the Wicked Witch of the West had, or is that person that just doesn't seem to ever fit into anything. But they need love too. They need acceptance too. And as we accept them, they learn how to live. And as they learn how to live, they become happier. And so it is that you'll be happier. And you will have learned how to bring praise to God. After all, for you Christians out there listening, that's the goal. For you who are not Christians, but you're looking at this and you're sympathetic, it is the goal to praise God. And trust me when I say this, that you can know more about God through accepting others than you ever will by going to church. Well, I probably get in trouble for just saying that, but I don't care. I believe that. I'm out of here. See ya.